A closer look now at Afghanistan's opium industry. I'm joined by Emmanuel Reinert, Executive Director of the Senlis Council, a think tank specialising in counter-narcotics policies. Thanks for being with us, Emmanuel. Britain's Prime Minister Tony Blair recently admitted that 4 years of work on preventing poppy cultivation in Afghanistan has led to virtually nothing. Why is that?
Well, it's a correct assessment. I mean, the latest figures released 2 weeks ago by the UN are absolutely incredible. It's a 60% increase, 6,000 tons as opposed to 4,000 tons of opium last year. So, indeed, we have not been able to tackle this increase. And so far, the policy which has been implemented has done more harm than good. In a way, the opium crisis in Afghanistan has to do much more than with drug itself, but with the reconstruction of the country, the safety of the country, and the NATO mission.
To what extent, I mean, Nick was talking in that report there about the grinding poverty in Afghanistan. To what extent is the West's focus wrong? Of course, it's concerned about getting opium, heroin off the streets, but it's not willing to tackle the issues of development. And also people on the ground who are suffering that grinding poverty are looking for a very quick fix to this problem.
I think that's exactly the problem. We have focused so far on quick fix solutions such as eradication of poppy crops. There have been tens of thousands of small operations implemented in the south of Afghanistan last spring with, as you can see, no effect, totally inefficient, no effect on cultivation, but a big effect on the resurgence of Taliban, because, of course, the Taliban has used those operations to make friends with the farmers, to regain the confidence and the support of the local population. So eradication of poppy crop and the NATO mission of winning the earth and mine are totally at odds.
So what does the West do then for people on the ground in Afghanistan who are suffering this grinding poverty, who can't afford to wait for any kind of development policies to work through, which is it's going to take a long time? What can the West do to offer them some sort of incentives to stop growing?
There is several things. First of all, we have to deliver this money and those programs on alternative livelihood. So far, it's been a lot of talk about it, but it's pretty mythical. When you go in the country, and that's our case, you see nothing. Second thing, which is an interesting track, maybe an interesting solution, part of the solution is that the poppy crop are also the raw material for essential medicines, such as codeine and morphine. There is a great need for those medicines throughout the world, so maybe there is a way to start to, re-engage positively with farmers, with offering them a choice. You can grow poppy, but for medicine and codeine produced locally, for example, as a fair trade brand of Afghan morphine and codeine. Could be part of the solution.
Is that going to make them more money than selling their drugs, their produce to the illegal drugs trade?
Yeah, if you look at the figures, of the markup between raw opium and codeine tablets, it's the same thing that heroin. So there is an economic case, in a way, to generate enough revenue for the farmers, for all the stakeholders. We are interested in this trade in Afghanistan at the moment because it's 50% of the economy. 14 million people are more or less directly interested in the drug trade. So you have to deal with that with an economic tool. Development of alternative livelihood, and also, I think, as a starter, maybe to allow Afghanistan to become a producer of codeine and morphine.
Okay, good to talk to you, Emmanuel. Thanks for being with us on Business International. Still to come on the program, Fidel Castro, Cuban TV show.